Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. 55,000 light years away from home, I'm here on the far side of the galaxy, once again exploring. In the backdrop there, you can see the galactic core, which of course looks very different from this vantage point. High value planets are not always that easy to come across, but I will check out anything that looks a little bit interesting and a little bit different. Of course, any giant gas worlds with life are one of my primary targets. This one here, as you can see, is a gas giant with water-based life. The path I'm following here is the same path the distant world's explorers followed to get to Beagle Point. Now, this means the path is fairly well trodden, so a lot of the planets out here have already been discovered, but along the way I'm finding many that are still fresh and completely undiscovered. Here though, we're now at the beginning of 2017, and it's starting to feel like a very long time since the landable planets were introduced along with Horizons. Of course, this doesn't deter the true explorers out there, and there are indeed many new expeditions about to get underway. One in particular is the Silly Ships expeditions. If you want to see about that, I'm going to drop a link in the video description below. But basically, this is an expedition out there into deep space, whilst using the most silly ship build possible, so anything that isn't ideal for exploration. Lately, I found myself taking a look at non-landable planets again. The old planets with atmospheres, such as these fantastic looking lava worlds here. Atmospheric effects, the atmospheric scattering that you see on sunrise above a planet is still one of the most spectacular effects within the game, I personally feel, and they're underrepresented. Unless you go out of your way to go and see them, you generally are not going to come across them at all. Here in the distance over to the right, you can see the large Magellanic Cloud. The small one is not quite visible from this vantage point. However, there's been some rather interesting developments regarding those two clouds. Now, the two Magellanic Clouds are basically dwarf galaxies, and they exist slightly outside of the ranges of the Milky Way itself. The large one is about 170,000 light years, and the small one is 200,000 light years away. Now, some Danish scientists have recently presented some findings from the Gaia telescope, which was launched in 2013 by the European Space Agency, and what they're saying is they appear to be some stars connecting the two dwarf galaxies together, so a space bridge, as it were, a star bridge. In terms of Elite Dangerous then, depending on just how far apart those stars are, it means using the technology within the game, it would be possible to travel between those two dwarf galaxies. Of course, getting to one of them in the first place is going to be a bit of an issue. And just there then, you saw my approach to this rather fantastic looking rocky ice world. Although I remain extremely disappointed about the beigification of all high metal content worlds and metal rich worlds, ice worlds on the other hand and rocky worlds look better than ever. So for this reason, they are my primary target now whenever I'm looking at planetary landing. Now, I'm going to cut the narration of this video a little bit short this time and let you enjoy some of the views that I discovered on this particular trip.